First of all, then, Ollie Arblaster has played a bit of football this week, hasn't he? So, where is he now in his rehab to be in the first team?
Yeah, he's getting there, so pretty close. We've got another big week of Championship football ahead, and there's a couple of under-21 games in there as well before the turn of the year. So he'll play his football, so it's just a matter of timing, really. But he's ticked every box on his rehab, and delighted that he's back amongst us. He's just even watching him integrate into the group. Talked about it last week. When you get good players coming back into your group, how the standard is lifted, and watching the behind closed doors game, which was a really good one. I was delighted as well. The attitude of players is first class. Sometimes these games fizzle out, but it was a really competitive one. Thanking Rob Page for bringing his young Liverpool team over. So we both got a lot out of it. We got many valuable minutes into our players, the likes of Blaster and Gus Aimer and Chong, boys that have not been involved as well. And speaking to Rob afterwards, he was delighted because he knew it'd have a competitive edge and feel. And I said to the players that have not been managed under me, this is how I want the team and the club to look like. Whatever we do, we're competitive, whatever it is, pre-season, behind closed doors games, and we get the maximum out of it. And Ollie got the maximum out of it, Gus did, and all the other players, so delighted. So he's in and around it. I know that a lot has been talked about Ollie Arblaster, this, that, and the other, which I get, and I'm his biggest fan. But two boys in there doing really well at the moment as well. Samari's come on and added something to us. He's raised his standards as well. And so he's got a challenge on in terms of getting into the team. Tom Davies on his road to recovery as well. Maybe that isn't something in the next sort of week or two that will happen, but Tom will come back, and he's got to fight his way through those players. But delighted to add another one to our group of talented midfield players.
Is Ollie's injury something that will need to be monitored going forward, or when he's back, will that kind of be the end of it? If that makes
usually it is, yeah. I mean, when you're talking about ACL injuries 25, 30 years ago, career-ending, even longer than that, career-ending injuries. Now you're looking. Alan Shearer had one when he was 21. I'll go back to that one, and ended up scoring 500 odd goals or whatever he did in his record off the back of that. So yeah, of course there's always a care to it, especially soon afterwards. And he'll have to manage his knee, but it's as strong as ever, and just have to be super professional like all the boys have to be in terms of looking after themselves right the way through the careers.
I was going to ask about Davis, because the last time I was here, he was going to Germany, or he was in Germany. So that presumably then was a success. Is there any kind of timescale on and when he might be ready and available again?
Not really. In terms of short to medium, definitely into the new year he'll be available. Yeah, we've had progress on that. The club and Dr. Brian English sought out a top specialist in Germany as well. So just trying to get to the bottom of his issues and his problems. So we might have come to a solution on that, another way of working. So the guys have worked extremely hard, and it's and Tom is the biggest one that hopefully will benefit from the latest news. And processing what we're going to go down to get him back to the player that we all know he is.